hike in the woods.
It's just waiting for us.
I can't sleep. I'm having a bad dream.
Well, budge. You take a look at this?
You let it loose. To get him back home safe.
What if Door in the Woods' biggest twist wasn't in the script, but hidden in a single frame? Today, we're exposing the secret even the director tried to bury. The film opens with Ellen and her family settling into a new town. Ellen, a car painter with a passion for leaving the house, enjoys her work, while her husband, Red, secures a job as a construction site supervisor. Everything seems to be falling into place, except for their son, Kane, who struggles to adjust to their new life. At school, Kane faces rejection and bullying, which escalates into a fight that results in a 3-day suspension. Red, frustrated by Kane's behavior, comes home to find Ellen with Uriah, a mute friend who works as a spirit medium, communicating with souls and invisible entities. Ellen, a believer in the supernatural, consults Uriah to determine if her soul is free, but Red, irritated by her beliefs, angrily demands that Uriah leave. Later, Red and Ellen sit down with Kane to understand his troubles. Kane reveals that his peers bully and mock him because of his appearance. Recognizing his struggles, they decide to discipline him by taking away his video games, but also plan a family picnic to lift his spirits. Excited, Kane wakes his parents early the next morning, eager for the outing. The family heads to a forest, where Kane plays while Ellen and Red talk. Ellen expresses her concerns about Kane's inability to adjust, but Red encourages her to stay hopeful, assuring her that time will help. To cheer her up, Red surprises Ellen with an online store for her carpentry creations, delighting her. However, their joy is short-lived as they realize Kane has wandered off. After searching, they find Kane standing before a strange, chained door in the forest, unconnected to any house or room. The door, old and made of thick wood, intrigues Ellen, who suggests taking it home to repair for their house. Despite Red's dismissal, they bring the door back, and Ellen spends 3 days restoring it, replacing old hooks and painting it new. They install it in a room without a door, but strange events soon unfold. The first day, Ellen notices a foul smell from the room, which she attributes to dirty shoes. The next day, worms inexplicably appear in her pocket alongside her keys, shocking her. Red brushes it off, suggesting Kane might be pranking her. That night, Ellen, heading to the kitchen, sees a terrifying shadow, only to discover it's Kane, who confesses to nightmares about monsters chasing him. Ellen and Red reassure him that monsters aren't real, but as Ellen leaves his room, a black hand emerges from the door behind her, unnoticed. The next morning, Uriah arrives, frantically warning Ellen through gestures that their house is tainted by dangerous spirits. He suspects a ritual or otherworldly presence and begins a cleansing ritual with salt and candles. When he learns about the door from the forest, Uriah pours holy water on it, causing the lights to flicker, confirming the door's sinister nature. Ellen shares this with Red, who reluctantly agrees to remove the door. Curious, Red visits the library, discovering stories of a cursed well in the forest and the mysterious disappearance of children 20 years ago. Ellen, alarmed by this, investigates further and visits Maggie, the mother of a girl who vanished. Maggie reveals that her daughter was drawn to an empty house, which she later burned down after her daughter's disappearance. The door, however, survived the fire, leading Maggie to believe it was a portal to another dimension. She chained it and left it in the forest to protect others, but Ellen's actions have brought it back. Panicked, Ellen receives a message from Red about leaving a gun at home, heightening her fear for Kane's safety. She rushes home to find Kane missing. Red reports it to the police, but Ellen, recalling Kane's nightmares, believes he's behind the door. Regretting her dismissal of his fears, she calls Uriah, who confirms the door is a portal to a demonic world. They return to the door to the forest and perform a ritual, which grows increasingly ominous as candles extinguish and a demon appears, visible only to Uriah. The demon demands an entry price, a key, which Uriah surrenders. The door opens, revealing a shadowy world where the demon feeds on the fear of trapped children's souls, including Cain's. Ellen begs the demon to release Cain, offering herself instead, but the demon insists that only those with fear can stay. Desperate, Ellen agrees to a contract. In exchange for Cain's life, she must place the door where the demon can claim one child's soul daily. Cain is released, weak and terrified, and they return to the real world. Uriah warns that their souls now belong to the demon after death, and they must fulfill the contract by placing the door in a school where it can access children's fear. Heartbroken but helpless, Red stays behind to paint and install the door in a school, ensuring the demon's access to new victims. Ellen and Cain leave the town, but the cycle of disappearances begins anew, with no hope of resolution for the affected families. A single frame during the forest ritual scene in Door in the Woods. When Uriah pours holy water on the door, a faint reflection reveals Maggie's missing daughter as the demon itself. This unscripted detail, accidentally captured, suggests the demon is a corrupted child, a secret the director tried to hide to preserve the narrative's mystery. So, genius twist or total nonsense? Fight it out below. And if you spotted a detail we missed, drop in the comments. Prove us wrong. Be subscribed to enjoy more movies. Our next recap will blow your skirt up